loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a ring for a drink wall. You can call it a ring for champagne, ring for beer, ring for mocktail, ring for whatever you want. It's definitely a bar. So the way that I decided to make it, it was because it was easy and cheap, but you can definitely make it out of wood if you want it to be more sturdy. And if you want to make it even cheaper, you can make it out of foam board like this video somewhere up here. I think right here. All right, let's get started with the video. So the entire wall is going to consist of this thrifty paneling. That's the name of it, thrifty paneling. And it's only 20 bucks. It comes in 8x4. This is obviously not the entire paneling. This is just the piece left over after the nice guy there at Home Depot cut it for me. So you don't even have to worry about cutting it height-wise. All you have to worry about is just making the circle in the middle. And you are going to find anything that you have at home. You know how I do it. A bowl or a plate, whatever you have. But make sure that your champagne glasses or whatever drink glasses you're going to use is going to be, the circle is going to be big enough to fit through it, okay? This is pre-cut molding. I had this for quite a while. I was going to use it for something else, and I'm so glad I already had it sitting in my garage forever, literally forever. I think I was going to use it in my basement for something, and I forgot about it, and I just got busy. So I'm going to use it for the trim for this wall, and I'm so excited about it. I don't know what to expect. I've never done trim before, but it's supposed to be easy. All you have to do is just pull the backing and put it on. So I'm hoping it's as easy as it sounds. So we shall see. At least you guys will know what to expect when you get yours, okay? All right, let me figure this out and I'll come back to explain it all to you. Okay, love, so this is the instructions for the layout of the molding. And I'm using this one in the middle, but I'm using it upside down. This way, I'm gonna place the vinyl here and I'm gonna make the circle here. And here are the numbers. It's very easy to install. And by the way, they also have other designs. So you don't have to go for this design. This is just something that I already had here at home and I'm just using it, okay? So I'm kind of working with what I have. So as you can see, the moldings on the side, which are number 2s, these two are a little longer because I made 6.5 feet. And this is more like for 7-footers or 8-footers. Not a big deal because I can always cut right there and right here, just a few inches. And if it gets all jacked up, I can always cover it with flowers or balloons or whatever, but it's gonna be fine. So the molding right here is 4 feet by 2 feet. The space in between molding is 2 inches because that's all I could spare. And then you have the rest of it, which is going to be 53 inches after I cut this little piece. And my circle here is 12 inches and my glass is 10 inches. So now that I figure out where I'm gonna place everything, I'm gonna go ahead and make the circle and come back and place the molding. I am going to turn this over so I can mark and cut from the back. So this is basically where the molding previously was, but in the back end. I just needed to make this visible for myself, so when I cut, I can cut it the right way. To cut, I'm going to be using my jigsaw that I haven't used in quite a while. It's Ryobi. For blades, I'm using a metal blade because it is finer and it's easier to cut something delicate like this piece of paneling. Here is the molding. This is the one that's gonna go right across. This one is 4 feet. And all you have to do is pull the paper backing and place it right on there. That's it. It's that easy. The best way to place it is starting from the corner right here. Look at that. Super easy. The next one is going to be 2.5 inches from the top of this. So right there. As you know, this is going to be a little longer because this size will be perfect for a 7-foot backdrop, but I made mine 6.5. But you can, like I said, you can order these trims on your own, whatever size you want, whatever design you like. I'll have all the information in the description box for you guys. So everything that I make is always going to be in the description box for you guys. Perfect. All right, so here we have our panel. It looks amazing, nice and sleek. I'm not gonna add legs like I would for a wood panel. I'm just gonna add my heavy duty stand like I've been doing with everything lately, because this is supposed to be quick and easy for something that you're gonna use once or twice. I mean, this you can actually use quite a few times. Once I added the trim around these sides, it made it more sturdy, and I love that. So once I add this stand, it's gonna be even better. So I'm gonna use my Cricut Maker 3 and Smart Vinyl to make my sign, Ring for a Drink. So here's my mock-up on my Cricut app, and Ring for a Drink here, and there's no A, but everything on Pinterest doesn't have the A, so you just basically can change the drink part to champagne, to mocktail, cocktails, whatever you like. Some people have the bride and groom's name, and they have two of them. One has the brides, one has the grooms with their specialty drinks. It's really lovely. I really love this project. Obviously the gray is gonna be the trim, and Ring for a Drink is here. This right here are two separate ones. This is 32 inches by 10.5 feet. I'm gonna write the font and everything that you need on the screen, okay? And I'm gonna have it in the description box as well. Okay, so drink, I'm gonna do it separately. So all together, so it's gonna be 18.75 inches all together in height and 32 inches in width. This whole space right here is 48 inches. All right, I'm getting ready to print. So on my screen, I gotta have what I need to print visible. Everything else needs to hide. Make. All right, so I'm using Smart Vinyl, so I'm clicking Smart Vinyl there. And then you just gotta load it. The machine does everything, does all the cutting for you. You just have to design it in the app, and that's it. The hardest thing, honestly, is figuring out what font you wanna use. I'm gonna go ahead and start placing the vinyl. I'm going to pull it off. It should come off easily because I use my squeegee. I guess not on the dot. And I'm going to take some of the adhesive off by placing it into my clothes, okay? I want some of the stickiness to go away so it doesn't stick so fast, and I'm able to pull it off if I need to pull it off. I do this for balloons a lot. I don't always do it for panels, like my wood panels. You don't need to do that. But this is a different type of material, and it's pretty decent working with vinyl, but still. While I'm out here cutting, I'm gonna cut this little piece right here that I'm gonna need later for my bell, okay? This is about 2 inches thick, and I'm gonna make it 4 inches long. Okay guys, so now we're gonna work on this bell I got in the mail yesterday. I bought a kit of 2 for like $20 or so. Let's read the instructions. And this is the reason that I cut this little part right here, so I'm able to screw it to the back of the panel. I didn't know how strong that panel was going to be, so this is going to go here in between them exactly, so I can screw it in with this. Perfect! And that's secure, and it looks straight. And oh my gosh, it looks so good. So good. Right, Rosie? Right? Look at her tail. She's saying yes. I'm going to place these hooks. These are heavy duty hooks. This, if you're a balloon artist, you're familiar with this. And we're gonna place these behind the panel, 2 right here on the top, 2 in the middle, and 2 at the bottom, which is gonna help me tie it to my heavy duty stand. Okay guys, now that it is secure, I'm gonna add this fringe black table skirt to the hole right here so you can cover the back of it. For the oddest reason, I have no idea why this didn't come with self-adhesive tape. That's what I thought I was getting. I got this at Hobby Lobby and I'm so disappointed right now. You have no idea. So I'm going to put some tape on here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring it up a little higher. Right there should be fine. All right, this is the second row. So this is the third row. I think I'm gonna do one more. I mean, if you want something that is not gonna show inside at all, you're gonna have to use fabric. You know, the fringe is probably gonna show a little bit of what's going on in the back. Unless it's indoors. You know, but if you're doing it outdoors, that's the wind is gonna, you know, move it a bit. But I'm trying to make it thick enough so it won't show. I am sweating my butt off. I'm feeling sweat when I don't need to be feeling it. And then you basically have a little setup for your bartender. You just gotta put a little table, a tablecloth. So if all you have is just one stand, this is how it's going to look like. Beautiful, still very nice. But if you have a couple of stands like I do, here's what you can do for a little more privacy in the back. Yep, you got that right. We're gonna add draping. If you don't have 2 stands and you like hosting, I really think that you guys should invest on a second one. It totally elevates your events all the time. Because see, this looks great. But adding that is just gonna take it to a different level. All right, so we're just gonna enclose it just like we did with the magazine cover. So then your bartender has privacy. And I left a little bit open so you guys can see in the inside. I'm gonna show you from the back. I'm literally holding a tree in order, a bunch of tree branches in order to get the shot. So yeah, so you can definitely always use some sandbags to cover that up. But this is how it looks like in the back. All right. Now we're gonna do some styling. I am sweating so much. Whew. But I'm still holding it together. By the grace of God. God is teaching me patience lately. You guys have no idea. I've been on my Bible and my Bible studies every morning by myself. Because that's the only way I can make it, guys. All right, we're gonna add some flowers on the ground. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to comment, let me know your thoughts about it. I definitely want to know if you are going to use this DIY. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make sure to follow me on my social media accounts so you can see some behind the scenes stuff. All right, guys, until next time, bye. See you on the next video.